Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, May 19th, 2025. Welcome to the live trading room of Tim the Trader. I'm glad you are all here and I hope you had a good weekend. Let's get rid of that. Um, on Friday, ended up taking four more trades after we got off and managed to get positive by 21 and ended up the week plus 27.20. Not a bad week. It's over what we want to do, which is 2,500 a week to get to 10 grand a month, to get to 120,000 a year is kind of the goal here. So we made that last week. And those are the trades we had some tricky times on some of the morning stuff, but then let me let in Mr. Leeds there. But then had a bit of a sell off there, and then the rest of the day was just climbing and climbing and climbing. Hit a high of nine. Well, we ended up at the high of 594.50. But this weekend, it all went down, and our downgrade, Moody's downgrade in our country's financial health helped drive the market down quite a bit to 587.95, which means that we have a gap play this morning. So the gap fill and trigger will be 589.28. If we do get that fill, we'll have a call trade if we hit that. So we will keep our eye out for that. Let me get rid of a piece of technology there. We are in the 19th. So let's head over to the option chain. And we've got 2.5 million in pre-market trading for the weekend. That's come through. A lot of that since the downgrade has happened. And you can see that the strikes in the option chain are unbalanced right now, and that will get itself figured out in the first few seconds when all the pre-market volume gets figured into the option chain. But we will likely start at the 586 on the call side and the 589 on the put side, but we will resharpen that once we get into the session. We'll do that. Okay. So that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to Mr. Keith Frampton. Good morning, Keith.
Morning, Tim. Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. Nice and beautiful morning here in Maryland this morning after the Preakness race on Saturday, which was a beautiful but hot day. We had a number of Fed members speaking this morning, either hosting panels or giving commencement speeches and such. And no 10 o'clock announcement today. We will have a 3-month and a 6-month bond auction at 11:30 today. The one bond auction that people are going to be watching is on Thursday, the 10-year bond auction. Evidently, that's a key factor for what people are looking at. We will have another Fed member speaking at 1:15 today and another one at 1:30 today. So today's the day for speeches, I guess. And that's about it. Any trades I'll do will be Friday's expiration this coming Friday. I think it's the 19th. And yes, I still am in my put from last week, but at least the losses over from Friday are going to recoup most of those today. Whether I'll get back to break even is to be determined, but still in that put trade. And I think that's about it from here.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw the markets breaking once we got that report, and I thought of you thinking, it's going to be good news.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens today. Okay, here we go. In 2, 1. It sort of snuck up on us there, but we are in. Starting with about 3 million in volume and waiting for my Schwab to log in so I can tell you what the broader markets are doing. But Keith, if you have the broader markets available, let us know.
Yep. The Dow is down 300. NASDAQ is down 266. and S&P's down 62.
Okay. All right. So starting with a fairly down market, getting a bit of a push up here first thing. And going back to, let's see, we will start at the 588 on the call side and the 590 on the put side. Wow, getting a pretty big push up here. Almost got to the gap fill here, but maybe reversing here. Let's see what happens. Remember, our gap fill is 589.28. We don't really want to take it in the first 5 minutes.
Sorry, Tim, could you tell me the call and the put strikes again?
Sure. So the call will be the 588 on the call side and the 590 on the put side.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Just went over 4 million on pre-market volume. I mean, not on pre-market volume, on volume, on the underlying. Hey, my Schwab finally logged in. Dow being down 280, Nas down 249, S&P down 59. Not far from what Keith just quoted.
Keith, your strike was 587, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank
So we're going into a little bit of early consolidation up here near the top. I'm going to go ahead and put in a pseudo demand zone here on the bottom of this first 5-minute candle. Because it's going to end up there probably anyway.
Yeah, I drew one in there too.
Okay, cool. There we go. All right, flirting with the gap fill here. Just went over there for a second. There it goes, 589.20. So I'm going to keep an eye. I'm going to move to the 588 on the call side, or I guess that's where I was anyway. Stand by. I'm going to go ahead and enter this 588 in at 260.
And then 574. And then Friday the 23rd's expiration.
Come on, turn around. Getting lots of volume here.
Come on, going on.
All right, stand by to take profit. Let's go ahead and take profit right here. And got 280. 260 to 280. Come on, get back up there.
Come on, keep going up. There we go. I'm out. So 574 to 589.
There you go. And if you're all still in it, do take some profit now.
All right, now that everybody's got a call profit, let's start going back down to my play.
Yep. Do you have a new microphone, Keith?
No. Oh, you know what? Give me a second.
Okay.
I forgot I had my laptop elsewhere.
Ah, there we go.
Is that better now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, your voice was look totally different.
Yeah.
So what happened to Keith?
Someone wanted to point out on that trade is when I got out, it had kind of peaked out at 280 and then pulled back some. Wow, it's really taken off now. Um, that'll often happen, or it will happen sometimes when I'm in a trade and when I get out, by the time I announce and it gets to you, it may have dropped some. If you wait just a bit, that will usually come back up or go higher like it's doing now.
Yeah, this thing always happened to me.
Yeah.
There we go. Find a peak here and start pulling back.
I've got 7 million already traded on the underlying. You can see by our volume graph just below our 1 minute in the upper left. Volume has been great. Everything well over 100,000 on each minute. But we're gonna one of these minutes we're gonna get a big fat reversal candle here, and people will start taking some profit off of this quick rise that we got. So let's keep an eye on the 591 on the put side. 591 strike put. We're up to a 0.9 on our Heikinashi MACD. It's getting a bit high. So we wouldn't necessarily be looking for another call trade at this point. This is not to say that price can't continue rising. It certainly can. Heck, it can rise all day, but typically doesn't work that way.
Tim, could you repeat what you just said about that number just now?
Oh, yeah. So the Heikenasi MACD, the MACD on the lower right, is up to a 0.9, which is really getting kind of high on the call side. And you can see that our active line is starting to curl over, which means that direction is losing, for lack of other word, losing steam, continuing up. So we wouldn't necessarily want to be in a call trade at this point.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Sure.
Hey, Team David.
Hey, David.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I was asking on that variance that you said the 0.9.
Yes.
Uh, I guess when you get time, is it possible to explain that a little bit more on the
Sure.
0.9 of that variance?
Sure. Absolutely. All right, guys, we're keeping an eye on the we'll say 592. Prices are pretty reasonable today. And like always, you can always go to tomorrow's expirations if you want to pick up a little bit more time value.
Come on down. Come on down. I need to get a recording of Indiana Jones's whip when I want it to go the other direction. MACD is trying to cross over on the Heikenasi 1 minute chart there.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, come on, get back down there.
Now, typically when price rises this quickly as it has, when it's getting ready to turn, it will go into a little bit of consolidation, which it may be doing, but it will start to drop here once other retail traders, either start taking profit or start selling because they've got stuck in a call trade. But price is not quite ready to let go. This is the market maker trying to squeeze every retail trader into a call trade before it turns. On our MACD, you can see we literally bounced off the control line.
As Tim said, though, don't get suckered into a call trade.
And they think so then we don't know that trick, huh? So we
Yeah.
know that trick. Yep.
We know that trick.
The general markets, Dow is down 92, Nasdaq's down 146, S&P's down 35. 9.1 million underlying traded, so definitely off the lows of the morning. It's still pretty red. Come on, get more red. Come on, get down there.
Still no supply zone. Yeah, we can get price to come down a bit. We'll get supply zone in here, but like to see this start dropping. We're about to cross on our Heikenasi. Our 1 minute Heikenasi MACD is just crossing now. All right. So 592 on the put side. 592 strike put. Let's just make sure that this is really turned. Market maker just trying to empty the warehouse.
I'll be back in a minute, Tim.
All righty. It's like we're in a little bit of consolidation here. Come on, let's start selling off here.
There you go. Come on. Get down here. Down, 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 down. Come on. We got 5 minutes to the pop. Again, there are no announcements at 10, so there may or may not be a pop.
Okay. So looks like price is following the messy middle rule, which is 9 times out of 10, price will continue in the direction it was going when it came into the messy middle. So price was rising when it went into consolidation, and looks like we're coming out of consolidation rising. So it's just following the messy middle rule.
Diving.
Mm-hmm. Well, come on, Price. Make a decision here.
Not only that, make the right decision.
Come on down. So we're about to hit the pop at the top here in about 5 seconds. Let's see if we get anything. And there's the pop.
I think it's on a different time zone than us.
I know, right?
There it goes.
So got a bit higher volume on that pop. Market maker tried to find direction to break out. Looked like they're trying to break out on the top side, couldn't quite get that going. So coming right back down into consolidation. You can see on our 1 minute MACD that we are below the control line, may not be there for much longer. All right, breaking out on the top side again. Lots of volume coming in on this minute.
Come on, get back down there.
Mm.
Jeez, easy.
Dow is just under by 27 now. NASDAQ negative 114, S&P down by 23. And our 1 minute MACD is crossed again. So, David, to kind of address your question just with a little bit of information, the gold line, of course, is the control line. The blue line is the active line, as everyone knows. And when our blue line gets up to about one, look at that as a yield sign or a caution sign. It's getting really high in the case. Just we know over the years of doing this that when we move much beyond that, that we get closer and closer to major reversals that happen. It can move higher, but it takes a lot more buying to move the active line higher. So when we see it up near this mark, and it's pretty high now, it's just a big caution sign. We don't necessarily want to get into a call trade at this point.
Okay, thank you. Did
Just,
not know that part.
yeah. And it just means the potential for a reversal are higher. The higher we go, the greater the potential for a reversal.
Thanks.
You bet. And you can see we're back in the consolidation again. And, we know how price moves. It's either breaking out and moving directionally, or it is moving sideways in consolidation. And so now we're back into consolidation again. Wow. Another huge breakout. But remember, we always got to be careful on those sudden spikes up because they're usually followed by a big reversal.
Come on, enough of this game. Just get back down there and start cycling down.
Hmm. Well, it's like we had the beginnings of a little sell-off there, and then it's reversed again, heading back up. One minute, our Hakinasi MACD has crossed under again. See if this one finally takes. Again, we are at the 594 on the put side, 594 strike put. Just need to see more consistent price sell off here before we get into a put trade. This is looking better. Come on, keep coming down. Don't turn.
We probably can put a supply zone up there.
Oh, we certainly can. This price just refuses to break low.
No, I should have closed out some of my contracts earlier, but didn't figure it was gonna, the MACDs were gonna stay this high for this long.
Yeah.
Come on, get down there.
Crossing back over to the call side on our MACD. Come on, cycle back down. Hmm. Breaking down through the supply zone. Starting to see some wave action pick up here. Might be able to scalp if this continues.
Come on, keep coming down.
Sell-off started here, but we're just kind of orbiting the supply zone. Dow's down 43, Nas down 76, S&P down 17 with 16,449,000 traded.
We can move that supply zone up now.
Yeah. Move that up to there. Activate you. Move you up to there. Again, I'm looking at the 494 on the put side. If we continue this direction, which I hope we do for about $4 or $5
Yeah.
of movement would be nice.
Did you mean the 594?
I'm at the 594. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh, sure, no problem.
All right. Stand by on this 594 on the put side. All right. I'm going to go ahead and enter the let's move to the 593 on the put side. Excuse me. 593. And I'm going to enter this put and in at 201.
I got in at 541 at the 594 though.
Okay. All right, stand by to take some profit here. Let's go ahead and take profit. And out at 223.
Wow, we got out in the nick of time.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm still in it.
Hopefully this is going to come right back down. There we go. Just needs to go through a little bit of consolidation. If it follows the messy middle rule, it should come out, with price going lower. Come on.
Come on down.
So we're a little bit over an hour into the session. We got 17,700,000 traded on the underlying. Dow is down 52, Nas is down 114, S&P is down 23. You guys, excuse me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Volume is starting to drop off a bit too.
Hmm. Going back into consolidation a little bit here. Now that consolidation, let me get my tool out, that we had here did not follow the messy middle rule. It should have 9 times out of 10 would have gone down, but instead price went up.
I'll be back in a minute, Tim.
Alrighty. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to keep an eye on the 594 on the put side. 594 strike put.
Come on, down, 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 down.
I even threatened it with a put trade. We should bounce off of the supply zone here.
Come on, get down there.
Dow is just down by 11 now.
Come on, down, down.
All right. 594 put. Five. Keep an eye on this 594 put. Stand by. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. And build at 229. Three.
Now, come on, continue down.
Come on. Doji.
Don't point that out. We want it to continue down more.
There we go. Yes.
Come on, keep coming down.
All right, stand by to take profit. Let's go ahead and take profit here. And out at 250, 229 to 250.
Great. I'm just about break even from my original entry on that 594.
Mm.
Not quite, but just about. Come on down. Come on. Come on.
Got a long upper wick on this current candle showing downward pressure on pricing. So got 3 trades so far, all positive, up 63. All right, come on down. Our 5 minute MACD crossed some time ago, about almost 15 minutes ago, and it's been on the put side and continuing down. Our MACD, our 1 minute MACD, it's kind of curving back up a little bit. Keith, you're still in that put, right?
I am.
Okay.
It came back and got about 7 cents profit and then turned around.
Hmm. Got 20,900,000 traded on the underlying. Dow down 54, Nasdaq down 108, now S&P down 23. Price starting to sell off slowly.
That's it. Come on down.
Come on down.
Come on. Get her on down. There we go. Come on down. Ah, come on down.
Tim, do you have a separate screen where you look at your net profit loss to know when to get out of a trade?
Yes,
Because
I do. Yeah, I have two additional screens. On my second screen, I've got a monitor where I can track my trades, and I've got an option chain, which I get in and out of trades on.
Okay.
And my third screen has a combination of communications like Zoom, some technical things for the broadcast, and two other additional charts on it, a little longer term, 10-minute and a 30-minute chart.
Would you be able to show at one time later your profit loss chart?
Yeah.
Come on down.
All right, guys, we're at the top of the hour. While we wait for that to happen, I'm going to go ahead and go through my trades here real quick. Actually, this one. All right, so the first trade was at 9:34, about here. Let me get my drawing tools. Looks like I got into it about there, 9:34. It was a call, obviously. We just took it because we took this call trade because we were having a swing high here early in the session. So just took that call trade and took 20 cents on that. But got into that trade because we were in a strong swing high at that point. Next trade was at 10:27. Get up here. Yep. So we finally reached the top and started turning back around. Whoops, let me get rid of that. There we go. Anyway, it was a strong sell-off. Got into that. Actually, it was right about here. We had moved well under the supply zone. We had the little reversal here. I would have gotten into this trade earlier, but we had that little reversal there. I just wanted to make sure because this was the first reversal we had gotten, the first decent reversal we had gotten. So we gave it a few extra minutes to develop, then got into that trade there and got out for 22 cents about here. And then the third trade is another call trade at the 594 at 1043, which is right here. Took this put. It immediately reversed a bit, got into it about here. Again, we're just scalping this because we started seeing the wave action starting to set up. So got into this one as a scalp. Had to wait a few minutes or wait just a minute while it reversed, and then it came down nicely and got out of it about here. So those were the 3 trades for today. That's it. All right, guys, that's it. I got to get running. I'm going to leave the charts up just for a little while this morning, so I've got some one-on-ones that I'm doing. And that's it. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. Thank you for coming and supporting the room.
All right.
You guys-
Thanks, Tim. Thanks,
bet.
everybody.
Thank you, Keith. And we'll talk to you all later.
Yep.